G'day everyone, and welcome to London, the United Kingdom. Now I arrived early yesterday after the flight that I was supposed to take was overbooked, and being the poor traveller that I am, I jumped at their €250 offer to come the next day, which was yesterday. So yeah, all good, here now, and I am just opposite Buckingham Palace. So my plan for this video is just to show you some of the main sights of London. Going to be doing a lot of walking today. Well, I am. You're just going to be sitting watching this. And yeah, just show you around. But one thing I just want to start by saying is that I hate the monarchy. I hate everything to do with the monarchy. I cannot wait until Australia is a republic. I just can't wait to be rid of that family, I guess. But in saying that, their buildings are super impressive and they're definitely worth having a look at. So without further ado, let's go for a walk now over to the palace and check it out, which is just there. But opposite the palace is this awesome park. Such a good park, would be awesome on a nice summer's day. Suffice to say though, there is blue skies today and the sun is out in London. I actually can't believe it. I've had the worst weather the last few weeks, and London of all places has turned on the absolute goods. So it should be a good day, but just note also it's very windy, so you may hear that in the speaker because, as you know, as I've said before, the DJI does not filter out wind very well at all. Anyways, I'm going to go over to the palace now and we'll pick it up there. Alrighty guys, so we are out the front of the mighty Buckingham Palace right now, as you can see behind me. How exciting. Anyways, let's go check it out and have a peek through the gates and the fence and see what's going on. But looking through this fence, as all these people are right now, makes me feel like the biggest peasant in the world. It just gives me that feeling. But because I'm such a dedicated YouTuber, influencer, respected travel journalist, I'll do it for you guys. Let's check it out. It's gonna have to do a little bit of pushing here. So in my opinion, and I don't want to be negative because London is awesome, but Buckingham Palace is probably the most unimpressive royal building in London, in my opinion. Inside it's probably stunning, but the outside of it has nothing on Westminster, where we're going to next. As you can see right now, there are thousands of people. If you do not like crowds or people in general, do not come to London right now. It is actually blowing my mind how many people, tourists in particular, are in London at this very time. It is crazy. As you'll see when we walk around today, everywhere is busy, busy, busy. But just a little bit of a tip for you guys, and as everyone's probably noticed for themselves, this is the best place to take a photo of the palace from. It's the best view. So yeah, get yourself up here if you want a photo of the palace, because it's the best place. Just going to go to the other side of this beautiful monument slash statue now and show you what is behind it, with one last look of the palace and those beautiful gates over there as well. I forgot to show you them when we were walking through before, but they're actually really beautiful. And then I'll just show you this avenue here. I'm sure it's got a famous name. This is the avenue where they come up when someone's become king or queen or had a birthday or been married or etc. So this is where the parade happens, where people line both sides of the road and clap and cheer for some unknown reason. Yeah, it just I just don't understand the whole royal thing and how people think that they're really special. And this is the front of the Victoria statue. They look quite beautiful. Anyways, Westminster is in the direction that I'm looking at now. It's a little bit of a walk, so I'm going to walk there now and we'll pick this up again from there, as there's an emergency situation. Alright, cheers guys, I'll see you there. And it looks like I've nailed the timing yet again. There seems to be maybe another changing of the guard happening. I'm good at doing these now. It's all coming together. This is actually pretty lucky. Haven't seen this before. Oh, that's the worst trumpet playing I've ever heard. Seriously, is he just learning to play that? I don't. Yeah, that's that's terrible. Anyways, really good to see. A bit of the old, the Royal, I'm going to call them the Royal Guard. Right, I'm going to head down to Westminster now and check it out. By the way, it wasn't a changing of the guard. It looks like they're just out for a nice Tuesday morning ride down the avenue. Not sure why people are clapping. This is how obsessed people are with the royal family. It's crazy. Anyways, I'll continue walking down to Westminster following these guys. Just checking in guys, we're still going. I might follow them and see where they end up. They might go down to Westminster, so yeah, we'll follow them and see where they go. So, I've just heard word that they're off to kick Randy Andy out of his home. Just kidding. They're heading down here for what I think might be some sort of changing of the guard or some kind of procession. We'll head down there and check it out. Righto, this is where they have ended up. Let's see what they're going to do.
Está a mandá-los para trás para se irem compor.
So, that was super strange. I have zero idea what that was all about. If you see those red horses or the dudes dressed in red riding horses, don't follow them because that was really pretty crap. Anyways, let's go down to something that's awesome. That is Westminster. So let's go. So as we come up to Westminster and the Big Ben right now, this is going to give you a good indication of how many people are in London right now. Exhibit A, the amount of people lining up to take photos in front of the phone boxes with Big Ben in the background blows my mind. It's simply incredible. And then once we get up to Westminster a little bit further, it is going to be super crowded. So I'm going to start and stop this video every now and then until we get the perfect shot in the perfect location to show you guys this beautiful Abbey, Westminster Abbey, isn't it? So yeah, let's go over and check it out. Getting a little bit more closer now. This is the Big Ben right there. I'm going to zoom in on that now and just see if we can get a little bit of the detail. kind of facing into the sun, unfortunately, so I'll walk around the other side and we'll get a better look at it. Just because. Okay, welcome to probably the busiest area of London right now. It's insanely busy, more so probably at night time. Heaps of tour buses, as you can see, and yeah, so my aim is just to go across the road here, then I'm going to go on that side of the bridge because that is the best side to view Westminster from. So let's go. God, so many people. I'll just give you a quick view of this side of the river first. You got the London Eye there. I'm going to be walking in that direction pretty soon, but while we're here, the focus is on Westminster. So I'm going to cross the road right here and start filming again on the other side. So welcome to, in my opinion, the best view of Westminster. On this side of the bridge, it's still pretty busy on this side, but probably not as busy as the other side of the bridge. And it is super impressive. Probably not as impressive as a Parliament building in Budapest, but still, it is beautiful. The work that they've put into this place is unbelievable. We'll try and zoom in a little bit. Just do a slow pan of this building. And just FYI, at night time, it looks so stunning also. Alright. So that's the Big Ben, Westminster, tick and tick. Alright, my plan now is to walk along the river a little bit, probably 3 or 4 kilometres, and check out London Bridge, Tower Bridge, and whatever else we can find on the way. So let's go check those out now. Alright, so I made it about 100 metres before I thought, nah, it's worth filming again. Just to give you a little bit of a snapshot of the river here. London Eye, that's the bridge that we're just on. Westminster right there. Alright, so let's continue walking along this beautiful tree-lined path. Thought I'd check in with a cool little setup here. How's this boat? It is actually a bar, and I'm assuming / restaurant as well. Such a cool setup. Right in front of the London Eye. Westminster just up there. Tower Bridge up this way. Yeah, really cool setup. And may I just say, I am absolutely blown away with this weather. Yeah, it's a little bit chilly when the wind blows, but these blue skies in autumn in London, take a bow. Mother Nature, weather gods, whoever, because it is stunning today. Right, cheers, I'll keep walking. Just a quick view back from where we've come from. Probably walked about 2 kilometres now, and yeah, this is the view on the other side of the river. Got the famous Shard building there in the background. Actually seen boats go up and down that are actually Uber boats, so that's cool as well. Not sure if we have them in Australia or not, but if we don't, we probably should, and utilise our rivers a lot more. It'd be awesome in Perth, to be honest, being a very water-based city. We've got to get onto that because that is an awesome idea. Anyways, I shall continue walking. Okay, so we're getting super duper close now. Are you excited? I cannot contain my excitement. But look, it's before we get there, look at this cool walking bridge that they've got. Super high. Obviously to allow boats to get underneath it. But that's an Uber boat just over there that I was talking about. I'll zoom in. the furthest one there. Book it on the Uber app. Great idea. And then you can see the Shard building in the background there. And I'll pan back a little bit here. Well, nothing much to look at that way, except for those cool buildings over there. Alright, continue walking. London Bridge will be up first. Okay guys, so we have made it. This is the famous London Bridge going over the famous Thames River. That walk was a little bit longer than what I expected, to be honest, and it's not really direct as well. You have to go around some buildings. It's just not a straight path, which is unfortunate. Anyways, London Bridge here, Shard building in the background. Nothing much to look at that way. London Bridge itself is nothing much to look at. So we'll go on to the impressive Tower Bridge, which you can see just through there. So this is actually a really cool view. Obviously not my head, but this. So you got a London Bridge right there, Thames River obviously, not sure why I pointed that out. The Shard building and the London Bridge Hospital over there, very historic. And then down here is the Tower Bridge. As I said, that was a pretty epic walk, but really good because I hit the beers last night and was feeling a little bit dusty, but that seems to have got the beer out of my system. Let's get ourselves up to the Tower Bridge and have a good look around. I've arrived at the place that I've been trying to get to for the last hour. Let's go. You'll see, busy. A few food trucks along here, which is a great idea. Big fan of food trucks. Tower of London on this side. Might go for a bit more of a walk around that once we're finished with the Tower Bridge, which we'll get a good view of it just over here. Perfect spot right here. That is the famous and very beautiful Tower Bridge. Zoom in a bit. We'll just walk along this path a little bit, just to have a bit more of a gaze. Cloud is unfortunately starting to come over now. I don't think rain is predicted today, but yeah, fully expect some rain in London, so that's all good anyway. The best thing about walking around London is everything is free to look at, obviously. If you want to go into places, obviously you have to pay, but you kind of don't need to. From the outside, these places are super impressive. That's enough for me. I don't need to go in and have a look around. I know it's very popular for some people, so go for it, absolutely. But yeah, just standing on the outside and having a look at these places is good enough for me. And also, as you can see, there's people here. There's heaps of signs that you can read, so you don't necessarily need a tour guide either. You can do your own little tour and read the info on the signs and educate yourself that way. And that is the entrance there for the Tower of London. Not too busy, like the line is flowing. The line isn't long at all. I mean, most people are opting to do what I'm doing, is just check it out from the outside. Right, just walk up here a little bit more. And we do a little bit better view of this beautiful bridge. So from Westminster, I am not sure how far that was. Maybe it's probably about 4 kilometers, I guess. Well, as I said, the river walk from there to here is not straightforward. You have to go around buildings. There's buildings under construction everywhere. So my tip for you is, if you wanted to come to these places, then jump in a bus, get an Uber or something like that, because yeah, it is a bit of a walk and it's a little bit painful at times. So yeah, do that. I am now just going to have a little bit more of a walk around this area. If I spot anything good to film, then I will. But if not, yeah, I'll check back in soon to close this video out. But just one last look. It's been really windy. I'm sure you can probably hear that in the microphone. And around there, back over this way. Some cool buildings in the background over there. I'll go for a walk in that area. It is a pretty cool area to go for a walk in and see what we can find, if there's anything interesting there to film. Alright, cheers. So I was just walking past this beautiful little area here. How bloody nice this would be, just sitting back here having a few drinks on a summer's day, overlooking the water. A little bit cold today for that, but yeah, super nice area. Right, cool. I shall continue. Is this a sign of the royal family running out of cash? They've let their garden get a little bit out of control. These dudes down here on the whippersnippers have got a big job ahead of them. But this is also a very cool view. See, from the modern Shard in the background to the super old London Tower. It's actually a really cool view. Heaps of people inside there today. Would be quite packed. So, as per usual, go right at the start of the day or towards the end of the day to get the least amount of crowds possible in these popular places. Let's keep walking. Keep walking and see what else we can find. It's opening up even more over here. That's cool. I love that view. Zoom in. How is that? The old and the new. And by the way, it is actually a moat, obviously. I just remember it last time I was in London, it being nice manicured grass. But just looking at it, it seems like there's a heap of wildflowers down there. I'm wondering if they've changed it into a native type garden, which would be pretty cool. Yeah, curious about that now. You look at it a little bit closer, it looks really nice. And I think in springtime this will be so colourful. So yeah, I'd take it back, royal family. Maybe you haven't run out of money and you're doing a really good job. Love it. Good work. And just in case you haven't had enough yet, this is the best view of Tower of London, London Tower, whatever they want to call it. Best view, nice area to have lunch when the sun is out, which has gone behind the clouds now. But yeah, just a really nice spot to take it in. The majesty of these beautiful old buildings. By the way, good tip for any hard up for cash backpacker, there is a Tesco on the other side of the building here. Super cheap sandwiches in there instead of going to the other super expensive places around here, and especially Starbucks. Don't go to Starbucks, Starbucks sucks. So yeah, just some tips for you all. Go get a Sanger from Tesco on the other side of the tower. So I've just decided to quickly walk a little bit past St. Paul's Cathedral and show you this beautiful area or street of London. And this is so typical. It is just such a beautiful place to walk and just admire the absolute stunning buildings. It's the old Bank of England over there. I'm just going to walk along here just for a minute or two, just to show you all how insanely good London is. How beautiful. Just really, really beautiful. It's a shame that that truck there is sucking the drain out. It's the noise of it's really taking away from this beautiful area, but hopefully you can still appreciate it. And this is the Royal Court of Justice. How's that for a court, hey? Bloody incredible. Looks like there's a few protests going on, that's for sure. Get a bit lively around here, I reckon. Look at the pubs on the other side here. That's one thing, or another thing I love about London is the beautiful historic pubs. You don't, apart from I guess Scotland and Ireland, you don't get pubs like this anywhere else in the world. They are just incredible. But anyways, there's the courts. Another stunning building. Right, I'm going to backtrack a little bit now and go down to St. Paul's Cathedral to show you that amazing cathedral. Cheers, guys. Actually, no, sorry, I lied. There's one more stop to make before St. Paul's Cathedral, and that is this building. The High Commission of Australia, or Australia House. As an Aussie, I feel quite proud. Not really sure what they do in there, but hey, there's some of the best flags in the world. Really wish our flag changed and got rid of that British symbol on it. But yeah, just a awesome building to see as an Aussie. Alright, that is the final stop before St. Paul's Cathedral. See you there. Alright, that was my final lie. This is the second last stop before St. Paul's Cathedral. And I almost forgot about it. How could I forget about this place? The National Gallery and its beautiful forecourt. Just an incredible place, and it's buzzing at the moment. There's a busker over there. You know I love buskers. They just bring so much to places like this. I love busking. Should be more of it, but just such a beautiful area, this one. Obviously, as you can see, really popular with tourists, and you can see why, because yeah, it's amazing. Might just walk around a little bit and see what we can see.
You know Ignacio.
Let's go down these stairs here and have a look at this monument ahead of us. Geez, London does things really well. I know we have a fair crack at them in sport and whatnot, but as far as cities go, yeah, and you'll hear me banging on about this, London is such a good city. You can see the Big Ben there in the background as well. I'll zoom in on that. So good. Okay, so this is the National Gallery. Now, I promise you, I am off to St Paul's Cathedral to show you that and finish the video there. But yeah, could not miss this place, although I almost did because I totally forgot about it. See you at the cathedral. So, sadly, we have come to the end of our little tour of some of the most famous spots in London, and I thought what better place to finish this than this building behind me, St Paul's Cathedral. Undoubtedly the most famous cathedral in the world. I personally cannot think of a more famous cathedral than St Paul's Cathedral. It is absolutely incredible. Now I can see some people going up the steps here, and if you know me, you know I'm going to try and get in here if it's free for a bit of a squiz. So let's go and see how much we can see without paying. See if we can just see in the security checkpoint. Damn it! Oh well, I'll go back down the stairs here and we'll go for a bit of a walk around and have a good look at St Paul's Cathedral and the surrounding buildings. It's a beautiful area, this one. The central London as a whole is beautiful. It's such a great city as far as cities go. There's so much to see and do, so much to look at. It's, yeah, around every single corner there's something historic, something famous, or something fun, something delicious. The restaurants in this city are incredible. The people yeah, they're reasonably good as well. As far as city people go, you know, they're all busy and time is money, etc. So it is a type of city where it's busy, people are focused on their work and what they're doing. But yeah, other than that, it's pretty good. Famous double-decker bus right there. Just going to do a little bit of jaywalking here because that's totally legal. I just want to have a bit better look at the cathedral from this side because it's absolutely beautiful. Once we get another siren come behind us. So many emergencies in the city. The old ambos. But look at the cathedral from this side. Just amazing. Absolutely amazing. I'll zoom in a little bit. So beautiful. So, as I said, this is the final stop of my little tour of some of my favourite spots in London to see as a tourist. I am staying in Piccadilly. I've never stayed or been to Piccadilly before, but in my opinion, it has quickly become my favourite place to stay in London. There are so many restaurants, cafes, bars, nightlife, day life. It's just a beautiful area. The buildings are incredible. The streets to walk along are incredible. And the good thing is that it's only 1 kilometre from Buckingham Palace. Another kilometre on from there to Westminster. It's such a brilliant central location to stay in. Although, yes, it's expensive, but London is expensive also. So just on that, I'm actually staying in a capsule hostel, which is basically shoe boxes for humans. So you crawl into a human-sized box and you pull down the door at the front and yeah, you're in there for the night. I actually funnily enough, prefer them much more than hostels where you're in a bunk kind of setup. The capsules, it's much more private. You can make a little bit more noise. Yeah, I just really enjoy pulling the door down and being there by yourself and having some peace and privacy, which is awesome. You don't get that in hostels at all. So yeah, capsule hostels, big tick from me. Anyways, I'm off to Birmingham tomorrow. Never been to Birmingham before, so really excited to check that out. I love places that I have no idea about, and just going with the flow and seeing what I can find. So if there's anything interesting to film there, then you know I will. So yeah, look out for a Birmingham video if there's anything good there to film. Back onto Piccadilly. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a video there yet. The weather seems like it's closing in a little bit now, so if it isn't too bad later on, I might do a video. Nighttime in Piccadilly is awesome. It all lights up, it's beautiful. So I might do a quick video, a separate video of Piccadilly later. So yeah, check out for that if I do one. Anyways, thanks for watching this. I can't really provide you much info for London. I've only been here for 2 days, and I was also here for about 2 days about 8 years ago. So I've basically gone back over to places that I know in London. Although it's such a massive city, such a big city, so much to see, so much to do, you probably need a week here to cover it all. And come with a budget as well, or a higher budget than me. London's super expensive. The pound is pretty much in parity with the euro, so expensive. A lot less expensive though than Sweden, so it's manageable, and you can find cheap pubs here as well. Cheap food is everywhere. Sandwiches from Tesco and other places that just sell sandwiches, cheap pubs. They all have deals on, so they're all in competition with each other, which is awesome. You can live relatively pretty cheaply here. So yeah, come here, check it out. If you've never been to London, you will love it, because it is an incredible city. And just signing off with the famous double-decker bus. Not this one, this is a hop-on, hop-off tourist bus, but the second one. Perfect timing. The famous London double-decker bus. Cool. Alright guys, that's me from the beautiful St Paul's Cathedral, London, United Kingdom. I'll check in with you guys again soon. Cheers.